Welcome to the Straight Out of Home Video podcast, part of the Geeky Waffle Network. Today we're talking about the 2003 movie called Stitch. I'm Candace, and with me are my co-hosts Bri. Hey, Bri.
Hello.
And Arezou.
Hi.
Okay, so this film is pretty much just a backdoor pilot for the spin-off sequel series, Lilo and Stitch, the series. Did y'all get a feeling from that?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I had seen bits of the Lilo and Stitch series when it came out. I was like slightly too old for it, but I had seen some of it. So as soon as all of the experiments showed up, I was like, this is a pilot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's only an hour long, which
Yeah,
honestly,
which is a
by its
pilot.
quality, I didn't mind it being an hour long.
It wasn't the worst thing we've watched for this.
No, it's not
It
the
was
worst.
cute, but
It didn't have that Lilo and Stitch energy.
no.
So
No, but I mean, nothing can beat the first movie, though, I feel like.
yeah, the first movie is a classic. Bri, do you want to try to give like a quick summary of what happens in this hour pilot movie?
So essentially, Stitch is still going through an existential crisis. I want to put it like he's still not fitting in, causes another disaster. And I think Lilo compared him to Frankenstein's monster, which kind of hurt Stitch's feelings, wasn't too great. There's also the people on the planet. I
Yes.
forget the planet's name, but it's all irrelative at that point, right? The Gantu, which the one who made him, right? Gantu made him, right?
No, Jumba made him.
Jumba made him.
Gantu's the
made
one
him.
trying to
Gantu's the
catch
one-
him.
That's right. I always get their names mixed up for some reason. I don't know why. That sounds so horrible because they're alien. Oh, I feel bad now.
You're alienist.
Yeah.
No, the way you remember is Jumba is Pleakly's boyfriend.
Oh my god,
And
we gotta
love
talk about
Pleakly.
Pleakly.
We do.
And Captain Gantu could show me a good time. What?
Really?
Oh
Listen,
my god.
he's
Arezou.
tall.
I am now worried at this point, but
You just started?
but
This is
but
where it started?
No, this was a new revelation today.
oh, okay.
This was not something I brought with me. This was new.
No, but like, I'm not shocked because
Yeah.
we've talked about like Bambi's dad before, so
yeah, all things considered, it could have been worse.
it could have been much worse.
What's your baby's dad is a little worse.
She could have been.
Thank you all for listening. This is going to be my last episode with the Geeky Waffle Network. I've finally driven them too far.
She could have been into the Dr. Hamsterville. Or
Yeah, no, let's not go that far.
Dr. Hamster.
Let's not go that far. I'm sorry, Bri, I completely derailed you.
Wait, so Stitch is called 626.
Yes.
And that alludes that he has 625 cousins, as they call it, because as Lilo says, in Hawaii, everyone is your cousin, which, like, if you're Indian, everyone is your cousin in that regard, too.
Yeah.
I honestly
Yes.
was like, how many uncles and aunties do I have?
So Arezou's boyfriend at this point is hired by Pleakly's boyfriend.
Sorry.
So Jumba, again, Pleakly's boyfriend, he had a partner in crime. I got like an evil scientist partner, who is Dr. Jux von Hamsterville. And they're trying to get all of Stitch's brothers and sisters, which would be the 625 of them.
Yeah.
And so Gantu goes to Earth and breaks into, like, this alien man breaks into Lilo and Stitch's home, blasting Stitch. Like, he takes him, kidnaps him.
That's why
And-
Arezou likes him.
Listen,
You like a
He takes charge. He takes
I
charge.
like a man
right?
with a redemption arc.
Oh my god.
that is true. You do. He does that. Yep. And they adopt Jumba as well. And so, meanwhile, you have the warriors, Lilo. Oh no, he doesn't kidnap Stitch, right? He gets out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stitch doesn't get
that's
kidnapped.
right. Stitch
Jump.
and
Jumba.
Yes. But Jumba gets taken.
Jumba gets taken.
And
It's just Jumba that gets taken, yeah.
yeah. And so Lilo, Stitch, and Pleakely, the warrior, the boyfriend, I would be worried too if I was Pleakely. So they find them in like dehydrated form. It's really weird, like the other experiments. And
Yeah,
they're
they're in,
like,
like,
don't
pill
put them
form.
in water. It's kind of like, you know what it reminded me of, guys? It reminded me of Gremlins, the movie.
Yeah,
And
don't
you
put
know
them
what
in water, don't give them
happens
water.
and you know what happens in Gremlins, the movie? They break the rules. And what happens here? The rules get broken.
Don't break the rules.
Yeah, so they need to, like, power the ship. So they're like, which one of your cousins can, help us with that?
I mean, it's kind of a cute way to introduce them as a pilot,
Yeah.
but weird for a movie. But
It
like, because one is like, it kind of reminded me also of like the like almost like the Seven Doors type in a way, because they all have like different personalities.
reminds
Like one
me
eats sandwiches all the time.
Okay, so it reminds me of Pokemon because you gotta catch them all.
Mm.
Yep. You got to. And yes, there is one at the end, the evil guys are left with one, and it's 625. And we find out that he is just like Stitch. However, he is a lazy coward who makes great sandwiches. And
Is this
that is
Leroy?
me.
Is this Leroy? Is
Yeah,
that his name?
I know. Wait, is his name Leroy?
I think his name is Leroy, because Leroy and Stitch, right? Like one of the movies down the line. I'm pretty sure this lazy one is Leroy.
I
I
believe.
admit I didn't check.
Yes, I believe that's true.
No, his name's Reuben.
Ruben.
Oh,
Leroy
which
is
one's
someone else.
Leroy? Leroy is
Yeah.
in a different one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
just
haven't seen
assumed it was
that
the
one.
same because they went through all
Oh, I
this
know.
trouble to set him up.
They
No,
really
I think
did.
His name is
I
Ruben and he
remember-
likes sandwiches. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I like that Cobra Bubbles is brought back in.
Mhm.
I always liked Mr. Bubbles. Agent Bubbles?
Agent Bubbles to you,
Agent
Bri.
Bubbles. Mr. Bubbles. I'll call him that. He'll probably kill me though. So the whole point is they're trying to catch them all, like Candace said, and
Oh.
there's one that was named Sparky.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and they bring up the whole Ohana thing again, and they let Sparky free and break Jumba from his bonds. And then there's a ground council woman gets involved because it's a whole alien affair. They gotta stop Hamsterville and Gontu. And so, I mean, there's a fight that happens, a little rough and tumble. And Lilo and Stitch managed to get like all the containers with it's one container, but it has all the experiments in it. And then there's a struggle between Lilo, Stitch, and again, Arezou's boyfriend. And this was madness. I was like, of course it's gonna rain because it's Hawaii, right? And so they release all the dehydrated pods, and then rain happens, which is crazy. But I think it was because of the pilot, right? They wanted all the ones to come up so you see them and get the kids all excited, like, ooh, which one does this one do?
Yeah, it's getting kids hyped for the next one. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why is this just called Stitch? Because Lilo is obviously featured in here. And the TV series is called Lilo and Stitch. Okay, so the film original title was going to be Lilo and Stitch, A New Ohana. At some point, there was a decision to only have Stitch names in the title of both the movie and the series, which was planned to be called Stitch, the series. Gotta get that exclamation point in it. However, eventually that was changed, resulting in this film and the series having mismatched titles. So, in case anybody was confused about that,
I had been wondering.
Yes, Stitch TV series would be used for an anime series down the line that came out in 2008. That was aired in Japan, which we don't talk about because it's about Stitch leaving Lilo behind and getting a new Ohana.
No, that didn't happen. It never happened. It's not
canon to us.
It's not canon.
Nope.
Doesn't happen.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either. So I say no, thank you. Okay. So we get to see a Stitch with a chainsaw, which freaked me out a little bit.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of on brand, though.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Just a little bit. I have in my notes, like, who would trust a child with these random aliens? And then I looked it up, and Nani, Lilo's older sister, is only 19. So
Babies
there's
raising babies.
babies raising
She's
babies.
doing her best. I mean, we saw what
Exactly.
she went through in the first film. Like,
Oh my god, that movie
she's
makes me
trying.
cry.
Nani has never done a thing wrong in her life.
Exactly.
No,
I
never.
can't blame her. She is trying her hardest. Lilo does not make it easy,
No.
God, no.
but she's also 6 and traumatized. So again, can't blame these babies at all. I love how everyone's like, Frozen's the first movie about sisters Disney ever did. And I'm like, excuse you.
Lilo and Stitch erasure. Just because Nani's not in the title doesn't mean Nani's not important.
Nani's one of the best characters.
Oh, she's amazing. Okay, so let's talk about Pleakely. I don't even know. Could he be a crossdresser? He's an alien. Like,
I mean, he likes women's clothing.
he does, and he
Yeah.
in the series, he is very much always in women's clothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like he's most comfortable in that. And
Yeah.
I think that goes to shows like, hey, find what makes you happy. And
Yeah.
women's clothing makes Pleakely happy.
I
really
don't remember if it was this one or in Lilo and Stitch too, but Jumba's only concern with Pleakely's fashion is that it's out of date.
Yeah, I think it's in the
Not that
next
it's
one.
women's clothing.
Yeah, I think
He's
it's
just
in the
worried
next
that it's
one.
from the wrong century.
Yeah. So yeah, appreciate that. I think Disney was willing to do this at this point because he is an alien. But still, early 2000s, we'll take it, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it is sort of being played for laughs, but if you
Yeah.
take it as earnest, you could like it's played for laughs, but nobody on screen is laughing. So
Yeah.
take it for what it is and not what maybe the writers intended it for it to be.
Oh, that's true. Ugh. Yeah, no, it wasn't meant to be funny. It was meant
To be funny, but nobody on screen is laughing, which I do think is worth pointing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I thought they were being like progressive, and then I just realized no, they were being
They're doing it to be funny, but
I was giving them more credit than they deserve.
Well, we try to find the good in things, Candace.
Yes, we do, especially Lilo and Stitch, that original movie, my heart.
Mm-hmm.
That came out like still when like Bri and I were kids, but we were like, we're too mature for Disney, you know, kind of thing. Like,
I mean, I love this movie though. I remember
same.
it. Can we talk about how Arezou's boyfriend was going to send Lilo to an intergalactic zoo?
look, I didn't say he's perfect. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Did not say my man is perfect. I just said he's tall and grumpy. And I think we all know I ask for very little of my fictional men.
That's true. That's
Tall and
true.
grumpy.
He's 20 feet tall.
Yeah, he is.
Oh god.
Well, okay, but he says he's 20 feet tall, so we convert that for male ego, and he's only like 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
And
Yeah,
also
that's
they
fair.
say he kind of gets shrunk down in the series, I think just to make it look like he can interact with people more.
So even better. So he's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Arezou's like, sign me up.
Yes, please.
The little Hamsterville guy, I didn't really like him as a character. I'm gonna be
He's
quite
irritating.
honest.
He was I kept tuning him out.
What is that accent
What?
he was doing?
It
I
was
don't know.
voice
The
actor is trying
German
something.
type thing, but like, because it's Amsterville, right? Like,
Mhm.
I feel like he was trying to do like a German mix, like thing.
That was Jeff Bennett, of course, and Rob Paulson is Ruben, the sandwich guy.
Reuben sandwich guy.
Yeah. Oh, D. Bradley Baker plays David in this one.
Which I have issues with.
Not the first time.
It's not the first time he's done it. It's not the last time. But I do want to point out that I didn't like that choice. Especially because they go through the effort in Lilo and Stitch of having, I believe the actor is native Hawaiian, but if not, he definitely was born and raised in Hawaii. They went through that effort in the first movie,
Yeah.
and then the second movie, they're like, what's D. Bradley Baker doing? And like, We love D. Bradley Baker, but he was not the choice.
No, he wasn't. I missed David's original voice.
Jason Scott Lee, who is of Hawaiian and Chinese descent.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Jason Scott Lee. I know who that is.
Yes.
You've got a guy who is of Hawaiian descent doing the voice, and then suddenly you've got D. Bradley Baker.
Yeah, it didn't fit the vibe check.
No.
And just for those who don't know, D. Bradley Baker, super talented guy. We'll
Oh,
say.
yeah. 100%. But
Enjoy
like,
his work. He also plays all the clones in Clone Wars and The Bad Batch. And if you know anything about Star Wars, those clones are played in live action by Tamara Morrison, who is
Maori.
Yes, thank you. And
D. Bradley Baker decidedly is not.
Yeah. It's just a little awkward. Just a little awkward.
Just a touch.
You think?
Okay.
Just a little?
Yes, Bri, sorry.
No, I was like, just a little.
Just a minute. Okay.
Anyway.
So, Rotten Tomatoes, what do you think the critics gave this our movie?
38%.
Okay. Bri?
Okay, 38. 28.
20. Okay. So Bri was closest. But you both went over. Shame. Okay. So, E-Film Critic says, it is missing a great deal of the original movie's heart. This one's more sitcom-y, less endearing, a little bland. Which, again, it's a pilot for a TV show. I'm guessing like that's why it feels like a sitcom to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a pilot goes, it's not a bad pilot. As a movie, like, it's not.
But why didn't they just put this as like a pilot? Like, I just don't understand their choice.
It's like Return of Jafar. It's like Return of Jafar.
Oh, yeah.
That was a movie, and then Return of Jafar leads into the Aladdin series, which, by the way, is still not on Disney Plus. So what's up with that?
I'm scared to know what's in there, Arezou. We were too young to know what is in that series.
Well, if we go in being slightly forgiving, knowing
they're gonna have a disclaimer ahead of
100%. But
yeah,
consider this my appeal once again.
Okay, so Tim Brayton, critic says Disney had to call it something, and pilot episode for an upcoming TV series that we're shamelessly going to make you pay for separately is a lot of words for a DVD spine. So Tim got that one
not
down.
wrong.
That was blunt.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, what do you guys think the audience score is?
38%.
You think that's 38%? Okay.
I'm sticking with it. 38%.
Bri?
I'm going to stick with 28%.
Okay. Arezou got it. It's 50%.
50?
Okay, that's generous.
I'm surprised.
Okay, so Movie Fan 22 says, it's a big Pokemon movie that is good for young audiences. Grade, almost dislike. 3 stars. Okay.
What saved it for that person, I wonder?
I don't know.
The rest of the series?
Well,
yeah, maybe. Okay, Christy says, it got terrible reviews, but it was a short 60 minutes. Cute movie that, unlike lots of kids' films, actually have a good script / interesting dialogue and a valuable message, like the original Lilo and Stitch. About being welcoming and open to family, even if each of us is a little different. It wasn't incredible, but it was definitely one of the better kids' movies I've seen lately. 4.5 stars.
Damn, that's a generous star rating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, granted, she's not wrong where I would say this is probably an entertaining one that we've watched. Like,
yeah,
there has been worse. Notre Dame 2. Hunchback 2. You know, I mean, like,
Nikki says, Stitch the movie is a fun kids movie. 1.5 stars. I love this star rating.
What in the review indicated that would be the star rating?
I don't know, but this happens so much with these Rotten Tomato audience scores that I feel like I need to start highlighting them more.
Utter chaos. I love it.
It's utter chaos among tomatoes.
That really
Y'all don't know how much nonsense I read to find decent reviews to talk about. It's bad over there. It's scary. Okay, overall, not the worst thing we watched.
No, it's a cute pilot. Like if you show a kid Lilo and Stitch and they're like they become obsessed with Stitch, this is not a bad thing to show them and then show them the series. Like I think they'd get a kick out of it.
Would y'all Does this make you all want to watch the series?
No.
I don't have the patience for it, but if I was
Yeah.
younger, it would.
Well,
do-
okay, that's fair.
I
Like,
do.
I don't-
Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't have the patience for it like at 31 years old, but like,
Yeah.
you know, if I was 10, I'd probably watch this and then want to watch the rest.
I do want to rewatch or watch the episode where Kim Possible crosses over with the series.
Oh,
Yes, as you
Wait,
know.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, they actually have a few different characters that cross over with the series. I believe
see, I
American Dragon Jake Long crosses over too.
Huh.
So a few of them, you know. Let me look.
That's all right. That's a little interesting.
Jake Long, American Dragon, Proud Family, Kim
Proud
Possible,
Family.
and Recess.
Proud? What? Recess?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the kids from Recess like go to Hawaii for some reason.
Lucky.
We might need to cover just a crossover episodes for fun.
I'm going to be mortified when watching them, but sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, you can find us online at geeky_waffle on Twitter, the Geeky Waffle everywhere else, thegeekywaffle.com to read Arezou's amazing articles and reviews that she has just been coming out with, and we appreciate it.
Cranking out.
Just keep on writing. Like I am singing the Hamilton song. How are you writing? I don't know.
Right, like I'm running out of time. Because I am running out of time. I have no time.
Writing on that like you're running out of time.
You guys laugh, but after this, I have an article to write.
See, I knew it. Okay. You can find me at Candace is a Geek. Bri, where can they find you?
On Twitter. Bri Osmude on Twitter. Boom.
Okay. And I'm at Arezou.
Oh, yeah, and yeah, if you like Disney stuff, make sure to follow Tangled_podcast on Twitter. Our What the Hair podcast is out and releasing, and it's Tangled fun. I'm surprised there's not a Rapunzel and Stitch crossover somewhere. We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Timing issue.
Well, we hope you have a happily ever after until your 625 cousins come over.
And if you're Middle Eastern, that's no joke.